Welcome to Hallabol English News Bulletin at this moment. This is Rashmi here with you. Before moving to the details, let us have a look at the day's headlines. FIR lodged against ex-Health Minister Sudip Rai Burman for visiting Bhagat Singh COVID Care Centre, accusing the entry to be unauthorized. Ex-MP Jitin Chaudhary slammed the BJP government on violence established in the state since the onset of saffron rule. AICC spokesperson Randeep Singh Surjewala raised questions on the new educational policy 2020 declared by the BJP government. One has to pay for his good deeds in the Hira era. This has been proven after ex-Health Minister Sudip Rai Burman visited COVID Care Centre to provide food items to the patients admitted at the Bhagat Singh COVID Care Centre. Former Health Minister and present Tripura BJP MLA Sudip Rai Burman to pay for his good deeds as DM orders 7 days institutional quarantine for him at AD Nagar Quarantine Centre. MLA Sudip Rai Burman visited Bhagat Singh COVID Care Centre, wherein he distributed food items among the COVID-19 patients under treatment at the C block of the COVID Care Centre. In a surprising move issued by the District Magistrate and Collector West Tripura District Agartala, Dr. Sandeep Mahatme, on 2nd of August 2020, MLA Sudip Rai Burman has been directed to remain in institutional quarantine for 7 days at the RSTI Quarantine Centre, AD Nagar, with effect from 3rd August 2020, followed by 7 days home quarantine. Questioning the intention of memorandum issued by Dr. Sandeep Mahatme, District Magistrate West Tripura District, former Health Minister and BJP MLA Shri Sudip Rai Burman refused to remain in institutional quarantine at the RSTI Quarantine Centre at AD Nagar today morning. In a letter to the District Magistrate West, Sudip said, "I have not been tested or having any symptoms and not been advised by any medical officer for any such institutional quarantine." He further added, "It seems some vested interested persons are trying to put me intentionally in the RSTI Quarantine Centre so that I can easily come in contact with others who has been tested corona positive, which would be hazardous to my health."
পাইনি কিন্তু ধরে নিয়েছি যে ডিএম ওয়াজ আন্ডার ডিউরেস, ওকে প্রেশার ক্রিয়েট করিয়ে এই একটা ইলিগেল একটা মেমোরেন্ডাম ওনাকে দিয়ে স্বাক্ষরিত করা হয়েছে। তো আমি এটার রিপ্লাই কালকে রাত্রিবেলায় ওনার হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ এবং ইমেলে আমি পাঠিয়ে দিয়েছি। আপনি যে চিঠিটা আমাকে দিলেন আমি যদিও পাইনি, তারপর আমি সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া থেকে আমি দেখে আপনাকে আমি চিঠি লিখছি। আপনি আমাকে কয়েকটা পয়েন্ট আমাকে অবগত করুন।
He also asked the district magistrate to enlighten so as to how SP DM Shavadipati of Shipaijola district being tested corona positive would remain in home isolation. He also raised question on joining duties of few doctors who tested positive to the virus the very next day.
শিপাইজলার যে ভদ্রলোক ডিএম এবং এসপি, ওনারা তো COVID-19 পজিটিভ, টেস্টিংয়ে পজিটিভ এসছে, তো তারা এখন কোথায় আছে? হোম কোয়ারেন্টাইনে রয়েছে। আমাদের এখানকার যে আগরতলা, ওনার জুরিসডিকশন আন্ডারে আমাদের রিটায়ার্ড ডিএসপি অমিয় চৌধুরী এবং লাইভ 24-এর এক ক্যামেরাম্যান বন্ধু দেবাশিস রয় বোধহয়, ও পজিটিভ। ও কোথায়? ওয়েরাবলস কোথায়? ও কোয়ারেন্টাইনে রয়েছে।
Slamming the illegal order passed through West District DM office, which was allegedly forced by top conspirators of the state against MLA Sudip Rai Burman, he said, "I have nothing against the DM as he is just following the instructions and passed an illegal order." Citing the reasons for calling the order to be illegal, Sudip cited the ultimate authority, saying that they are misusing the power to suppress him in an evil conspiracy, ultimately to kill him. On this issue, he further added, "You want to keep me in institutional quarantine with COVID-19 patients so that I get infected and die. Maybe my death will make you happy, but under the blessing of the people of Tripura, I won't die soon."
রাত্রিবেলা আনুমানিক 10টা নাগাদ ডিএমকে ডেকে এরকম একটা ইলিগাল নোটিশ কার ইনস্ট্রাকশন হতে পারে, এটা আমার এবং রাজ্যবাসীর বোঝার আর বাকি থাকে না। তো আমাকে ওখানে আমি বললাম যে আমি তো পজিটিভ না, আমি তো এসিমটোমেটিক না, আমি তো সিমটোমেটিক না, তো আমার টেস্টিংও হলো না, তুমি যে আমাকে ওখানে ইনস্টিটিউশনাল কোয়ারেন্টাইনে পাঠাচ্ছ, ওখানে তো পজিটিভ কেস রয়েছে, তো আমাকে তোমরা পজিটিভের সঙ্গে রেখে আমাকে পজিটিভ করতে চাইছো, আমার লাইফকে এন্ডেঞ্জার করতে চাইছো, আমি পৃথিবীর বুক থেকে চলে যাই, হয়তো কেউ কাম্য করেন, কিন্তু রাজ্যবাসীর আশীর্বাদে এত সহজ হবে না। তো ডিএম সাহেব আন্ডার ডিউরেস, আন্ডার প্রেশার এই কাজটা করতে বাধ্য হয়েছে, আমি বুঝি।
Sunday, one suo motu complaint has also been lodged against Shudip Roy Burman by SI Toruni Jamatia at the New Capital Complex Police Station, Agartala, wherein Shudip Roy Burman's entry to the Bhagat Singh COVID Care Center has been called illegal and unauthorized. The complaint copy also mentioned that Shri Shudip Roy Burman compelled the doctors or on-duty staffs by obstructing their normal official duty to provide PPE kits and entered the hazardously walk of the COVID Care Center, where COVID-19 positive patients were accommodated, citing the facts that the complaint demanded legal action to be taken against Shri Shudip Roy Burman. However, in this context, MLA Shudip Roy Burman said his going to the COVID care center was in knowledge of the DHS as well as the MS of GB Pant Hospital, and therefore his entry was not unauthorized. Also, because of prior intimation that reached the concerned authorities of the Bhagat Singh COVID care center, the main gate was opened as soon as his arrival, and the doctors took Shudip Roy Burman to avail the PPE kit. While interacting with Hallabol over a telephonic conversation, ex-Health Minister Shudip Roy Burman said, "Apna time bhi aayega." Bureau report, Hallabol. Now here we are connecting with our ex-Health Minister Shudip Roy Burman so that we can know few things from him. And welcome to Hallabol, Mr. Burman.
Yeah, thank you.
We are very much delighted to have you as a part with us today. I'd like to ask you a few questions that are utmost important at this moment.
Okay, go ahead.
Why did you visit the Bhagat Singh COVID Care Center?
Well, I had no plan, honestly speaking.
Okay.
But that lady who complained or who posted a video on the social media,
Right, sir.
I was so touched and literally means my heart cried for her. And I thought the same would be like for the other patients also staying over there. And I thought of taking stock of the situation myself with my own eyes. And also thought of handing over some things. I'll be going over there to give some fruits and dry fruits to them,
Right.
so that they can feel at home. And they've been at home, they would have availed fruits and all these things which are not available at the COVID care center.
Right, sir.
So I thought of visiting the COVID care center just to have a glimpse of actually what is going on, whether the complaints are genuine or not. And in doing so, I thought, let me hand over some fruits and some dry fruits to them. That
Achha.
was my intention of
Right,
visiting
sir.
the COVID care center.
Sir, being a public representative, do you have the right to visit a COVID care center?
Yeah. Anybody can visit, probably provided you fulfill the norms. Like since I stepped in inside the room, so I had to wear my protection gear, that is the PPE.
Right.
PPE kit,
Right.
which the doctors helped me in wearing all those PPE kits, and I went, had a glimpse and interacted with the patients, keeping a safe distance.
Yes, sir.
So that's what I maintain all protocols and nothing
Right,
wrong in it.
right,
This area, this Bhagat Singh COVID care center happens to be in my assembly constituency. So I thought it would be my duty as a public representative,
Right,
and
sir.
many patients of my constituencies also are admitted over there. So I thought of going over there, and it is very much within the period. You have also seen probably our Union Health Minister he visiting COVID care center. You have seen ample of times Hemanta Biswa Sarma visiting COVID care center.
Right.
So nothing wrong in it. I have not broken any law.
Sir, following your visit, you have been instructed by the District Magistrate West to undergo institutional quarantine for 7 days, and you refused it. Could you please elaborate your point of view regarding this refusal of going for institutional quarantine?
No, actually, this memorandum which was issued probably, it was not in accordance. Means some medical experts ought to have come to me. They ought to have taken my sample, and whether I am symptomatic or not, whether I am asymptomatic or whether I am tested positive.
Right, sir.
If all these criteria were fulfilled, and then if I had been tested positive, had that been asked me, being a law abiding citizen, I would have done so. But this memorandum itself is not in accordance with the law, and so absolutely I've got all rights to refuse for any sort of quarantine.
Right. Sir, in your letter to the District Magistrate West, you also wrote, because of some vested interest, you have been asked to undergo institutional quarantine. Do you think any kind of conspiracy has been framed against you? If yes, then who is the mastermind behind it?
Well, I did not name the mastermind. It's well known. You did not name anyone.
Right.
People know as to who is behind all these conspiracies.
Right.
And I don't care as to who is conspiring, because I know I am on the right track. I know I am fighting for the people. I know whatever I am doing, it is for the interest of the people, and I'll keep on doing so in the near future also.
Right, sir. So, according to the NCC police stations, an FIR has been lodged against you. Would you like to? We would like to know that the whereabouts of the FIR.
That is also a part of the conspiracy, you know.
Right.
That is also a part of the conspiracy, just to bully me or harass me. Nothing more than that. So in the last so many years, when the left front was there, right from when Mr. Nitin Chakraborty was the chief minister, 46 number of cases were there when I was a student leader.
Right.
After that also, when during the tenure of Mr. Manik Sarkar and Dasarat Dev Burma, so many cases were there, all bullshit cases, which is far away from the truth. They have entangled in all those cases also, which I got acquitted from the respective courts. And now again, the same conspiracy is going on against me, because I speak for the people. I don't want the people to be fooled around by the political masters.
Right, sir.
So I keep on telling the truth, and I have stood earlier also. I stood for the truth.
Right, sir.
Right now, so I am standing for the truth. In the future too, also I am standing for the truth and for the people of my state.
Right, sir. So the FIR copy that we came to see, that it was written that your entry to the COVID care center was unauthorized. Do you think so? It was unauthorized?
I have nothing to say. Let them prove. They have to prove that I have. But I have done nothing wrong. I have done nothing wrong. I'll fight it in the court. But no problem. It's all believable fiction. I don't bother about it.
Okay, sir. Sir, you mentioned just a few minutes back that 2 days back that a Facebook live of a pregnant lady that just rendered your heart, for which you went to the COVID care center, which became very much viral over the social media platform, where she asked help from the government, showing the unhygienic pathetic condition in the Bhagat Singh COVID care center. Also, many allegations have come up from various COVID care centers regarding the poor facilities provided by the ruling government. Sir, what do you have to say on this?
I will ask wherever the COVID center exists. I will request all the members of Legislative Assembly of that particular constituency
Right, sir.
to go to those COVID centers, wear the PPE kits, take entry and take stock of the situation, and get back to the authority. Whatever problem they observe, those should be mitigated. My intention of going to Bhagat Singh Youth Hostel was, since it falls under my area constituency,
Right.
I went, so that I can get back to the authorities. These are the lacunas that exist in Bhagat Singh COVID care center, and this needs to be done so that you can because you know these officers and all these things, these people are sitting in the AC room, they will issue circular.
Right.
But whether on the practical field these circulars are being followed or observed or not.
Sir, here,
who is going to monitor all these things?
Here I would like
and that is the reason people are suffering in
right.
care centers.
Right, sir. Sir, I would like to interrupt here a little bit. Sir, the central government guidelines for the COVID care centers, are these followed in the state where it is written? We came to know that a welcome kit should be given containing a mug, a bucket, some pen, paper, notebook. One time meal should be provided according to the wish what he or she likes to take. Sir, is it been followed in the state? If not, then what would you have to say on this?
I didn't get your question. Just repeat the question.
Sir, I was saying that the central government's guideline for the COVID care centers, where it is clearly written that the COVID care patients, as soon as they enter the COVID care centers, they should be given a welcome kit which would contain a mug, a bucket, a notebook, pen, paper, like so that they do not feel any kind of discomfort in the COVID care center. Also, one-time meal according to their own wish, what they would like to have. So, are these guidelines being followed in the state?
What I was told by the patient in Bhagat Singh, these were not being observed.
Yes, sir. Right, sir. Right, sir. Sir, the central government's guideline, you said these are not followed. Now, I would like to say that if you were the health minister, how would you have handled all these situations related to the COVID care center?
That question is not relevant anymore right now.
Sir, still, as you were our former health minister.
One thing, of course, I can say, had I been the health minister of my state at this point of time,
right,
I would have left the battle from the forefront. I would not have kept myself confined within the periphery and just giving a video footage or video message to the people of my state. I would have led the warriors from the leading from the front.
Right, sir. Right,
I would not have hide myself in my drawing room.
Right, sir. Sir, last and final question for you. Sir, while interacting with the media persons today, you used a Bengali phrase, "Koto dhane koto chal." I would like to know, what did you mean by that?
I mean to say, समय अपना भी वक्त आएगा.
Right, sir. So, thank you very much for your valuable time for joining us at Hallabol. Thank you, sir.
It was nice talking to you, and all the best to the Hallabol.
Thank you, sir. Ex-MP and CPIM senior leader Jiten Chaudhary commented on the FIR lodged against him on the basis of his social media post on breaking down of idol of an indigenous woman at Kumlung. Strongly condemning the BJP government, he said, truth will be unveiled. Allegedly continuing the political interests and angst against prime opposition party CPIM leaders, members and workers, CPIM leader Jiten Chaudhary has been charged with criminal conspiracy, rumor mongering, spreading communal disharmony for his social media post on breaking down of statue. Tripura police on Sunday registered a case against ex-MP Jiten Chaudhary for his social media post on the breaking down of the statue of an indigenous woman into pieces at Khumlung in West Tripura district. Officer in charge of West Agartala police station Jayanta Karmakar said a complaint was received from BJP state secretary Mihir Sarkar on Sunday and forwarded it to Radhapur police station near Khumlung under Jinania subdivision of West Tripura district. Mihir Sarkar's complaint read, "It is clear from the post of Communist Party of India, Marxist and Jiten Chaudhary that they had a bad intention to distort the facts. We see it as a criminal conspiracy to spread communal hatred among the different communities of the state, and it was a deep-rooted conspiracy hatched by the party and attracts penal measures of Indian Penal Code 1860. Jiten Chaudhary in his reaction said, "I didn't make any such post which mentioned that BJP or RSS cadres have committed the crime. I said from the very first day of this government, their culture of violence started by dismantling statues of Lenin, Karl Marx and many others."
মানুষের প্রতিক্রিয়া হবে। তো আমিও গতকাল একটা প্রতিক্রিয়া আমি দিয়েছি আমার সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া ফেসবুক পেজের মাধ্যমে, যে খুমুলুঙে যে ঘটনা, নিশ্চয়ই কোনো দুষ্কৃতি তো করেছেই, কিন্তু এটা শুধুমাত্র দুষ্কৃতি করেছে, সেই দুষ্কৃতি চিহ্নিত হলেও ধরা পড়লেও এটাই শেষ কথা নয়। এটা ত্রিপুরাজ্যের মধ্যে বিজেপি আইপিএফটি সরকার আসার প্রথম দিন থেকেই লেনিনের মূর্তি ভেঙে যে অরাজকতা সৃষ্টি করেছে। লেনিনের মূর্তি, কার্ল মার্কস, রবীন্দ্রনাথ ঠাকুর, নজরুল, আম্বেদকর, দশরথ দেব, এই বোধনাথ মজুমদার এবং শেষ পর্যন্ত মহারাজ বলেছেন, এই কথাই বলছি না, এই অভিযোগ আমি করছি না, বা সরাসরি কোনো চিহ্নিত আরএসএস বিজেপি এটা করে তাও বলছি না, কিন্তু
He further said, let them initiate legal action, adding that he is ready to face trial for his comment. Jiten Chaudhary further accused the ruling BJP government for involving the police department in any small or big issue and directing them to work according to their wish, and it is totally against law.
প্রতিফলন এটা। এবং আরো দুর্ভাগ্যের, বিজেপি এবং তাদের সরকার পুলিশকে দিয়ে কিভাবে এরা তাদের মতো করে কথা বলাচ্ছে। পুলিশ বলছে এটা নাকি বৃষ্টিতে ভেঙেছে, এবং তখন
He said the ICA department's statement is the ultimate one, where no such comment came up, that the idol broke down due to rain or storm, and also no time has been mentioned. Jiten Chaudhary expressed firm belief on the people of the state, saying that they are the ultimate decision makers. A case has been registered at the Radhapur police station, case number 016-2020 on 2nd August under section 5052, 153A1, 120B of Indian Penal Code. Bureau Report, Hallabol. Here we are connecting with our former MP Jiten Chaudhary, and we would like to know few things from him and ask few questions from our part. With us at this moment, we would like to ask you a few questions to know few things from you.
Yeah, please.
Sir, a controversy has arisen related to one of your posts on social media. What was the post related to, and what was wrong for which the controversy has arisen?
You are referring to the that episode of the
Yes, right, sir. Right, sir. The
statue
idol that
broken down there at vandalized at Khumulung.
Yes, sir. Right, sir.
Yes, there I also personally have not seen it, but so far collected from the social media and different print and electronic media, that on the night of 31st July or sometime at the early hours of 1st August, the statue is built of fiberglass.
Right, sir.
It has been found that it has been broken down.
Right, sir.
And there from the different corner, from the different individuals in social media, the comments, the opinions are being floated that fiberglass built that kind of statue, which was just constructed or built just couple of months ago. That can be there is like this.
Right.
Definitely, that is the act of some miscreants. So on that, what the reaction I have given in my Facebook post, that the culture of the demolition or defacing or destruction or uprooting of the culture,
Right.
it was very unknown in our state of Tripura.
Right.
But there is this BJP IPFT, they became majority on the 3rd of March 2018.
Right.
That culture has been induced in our state of Tripura through demolition of a Lenin statue at Belonia and broad daylight before the administration and hundreds of people. And it has followed by the demolition of scores of such statue of Lenin, Marx, Che Guevara, Rabindranath Tagore,
Right, right.
Dasharatha Dev, Badrinath Majumdar, even the statue of our king, Maharaja Bir Vikramanika Bahadur and Rambari, that was also not spared.
Right, right, right.
How?
So then you want to say that
how
after...
this has happened? It is because of that, since the BJP came to the power, a section of the hoodlums, they have taken over the reign of power
Right, right.
under the patronization of the ruling party, and also the administration, since the ruling party is behind them, they are totally silent.
So then you are openly condemning that after the onset of BJP rule in Tripura, this
Right.
demolition has been started of various things.
So what I commented, what I expressed, that I don't claim that that incident of the Kumulum, it has been directly ordered to demolish by any BJP or RSS leader,
Right, right.
or it has been committed by any BJP RSS directly. But the culture has been set in the state of Tripura
By
during
whom?
last 29 months. It has influenced the others also. Very particularly the miscreants, anti-socials, they are very much encouraged.
Right,
And they feel that the arsoning, looting, vandalizing, it is a right like that. So
Right.
this is the effect of that bad culture, where our culture has been decayed, and the solely BJP RSS is liable for that, and this is the model they like to set in the country, and Tripura they are using as their functional laboratory.
Right, right.
So this we are going to condemn, and the incident at Kumulum may not be directly BJP RSS involved there, but indirectly, what the environment they have created, that environment.
Referring to that, you are alleging this. Right, right. Sir, we have come to know that a police case has been filed against you at Radhapur police station
Maybe
related to the matter.
Maybe what this government can do. So it is my the right to express.
Right, 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 sir.
Constitution has given me this right, and very recently Supreme Court also they have given a verdict. In the social media, people will give the right on that. No government police can act abruptly like that. So let us see. Let us see.
Sir,
And
sir,
then put that while they are lodging complaint file against anybody else. I like to appeal the ruling dispensation, very particularly the BJP. Please, you institute the investigation to all other cases of the demolition of the statues, demolition of the opposition party officials.
Right, right.
And you say you BJP RSS is not involved. Then I will withdraw my claim, withdraw my comment,
Right,
and
right.
withdraw this Facebook post also from my post.
So while interacting with the media persons today, you said in any circumstance, police administration is involved and they work according to the instructions. Please enlighten us with this fact so that our viewers can know the truth.
Here what I am saying actually, Tripura police is one of the finest disciplined police of the country,
Right, right, sir.
who are awarded by the president colors.
Right, right.
But during these 29 months, due to the authoritarian intervention of the BJP government, you have seen right out from our Chief Secretary, Division Chief Secretary L.K. Gupta, and many others, M.K. Gupta like finest officer,
Right, right.
senior most officers, they have been found very, very helpless.
Right, right.
So the situation created by the government, because of that, even the honest officers, they are not in a position to act according to the law.
Sir, then you want to say that the BJP government is misleading the police administration?
Yes, of course. police, not only police administration, the police administration, the civilian and the interstate.
Right, sir. So then, do you like to comment on this, that who instructed the police to do such things?
No, this is from their highest order.
Right.
From their highest order, there are people, maybe any particular person at the highest order directly he's not saying, but there are people that is fitted for this. These people are doing all these things. Neither, how come you see every day in and day out there are incidents of the arsoning, looting, incident of the gang rape and murder, etc.
Crimes.
Has there been any arrest? Has there been any punishment?
So, then do you want to say that after the onset of BJP rule in Tripura, crime rate has increased, that was not the same or less
Total
in the
lawlessness.
CPI era?
Total lawlessness. There is no rule of that is the rule of law. Totally, the constitution is defunct in the state of Tripura.
Right, sir. Sir, about the FIR that has been lodged at the Radhapur police station, what steps have you taken to reform it or do anything against it?
Officially, I have not received anything. I have not seen, but non-officially, definitely somebody else sent to me.
Achha, right, sir.
Let us see.
Okay.
There are code, there are constitution, there are law.
Right.
Let us see.
Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your valuable time. New education policy will create digital divide, said All India Congress Committee spokesperson Randeep Singh Surjewala, adding that it misses the fundamental goal of human development of expansion and knowledge. Stepping up attack against the centre's new National Educational Policy NEP 2020, Congress has said that it will create a digital divide in the country. Addressing a press conference, Chief Spokesperson of Congress Randeep Singh Surjewala said that the NEP 2020 misses the fundamental goal of human development and expansion of knowledge. He said that the NEP 2020, which aimed to pave the way for transformational reforms in school and higher education, is high on catchwords, gloss, appearance and verbosity, but lacks coherent implementational roadmap and strategy, clearly defined milestones and the critical finances necessary to execute this grand vision. NEP will lead to increased segregation of the poor and disadvantaged by creating a digital divide. More than 70% of children of marginalized sections may be completely excluded, as seen during access to online classes during COVID-19 pandemic. These will also make rural versus urban divide even stronger on account of absent or diminished internet connectivity or access to computers in the rural areas, said Randeep Singh Surjewala, while adding that there is no discussion of ST, SC or OBC and deprived classes.
क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग का लक्ष्य दरकिनार, क्योंकि अब की बार है मोदी सरकार। अपने आप में बड़ा सवाल यह है कि कोरोना महामारी के संकट में जब देश की सब यूनिवर्सिटीज और शिक्षण संस्थाएं बंद पड़ी हैं, तो इसके बीचों बीच आनन फानन में 6 साल तक जो मामला विचाराधीन रहा, उस शिक्षा नीति 2020 को आनन फानन में लागू करने की क्या जरूरत थी? बड़े
The Congress party questioned the NEP 2020's recommendation for spending 6% of GDP on education and said that spending on education as a percentage of the budget has fallen from 4.14% in 2014-15 to 3.2% in 2020-21 under the BJP government. There is thus a huge mismatch between promise and delivery, with no clarity on whether NEP 2020 proposes financing of 6% of GDP to come from public funds or private investment. Bureau Report, Hallabol. Well, that's all from our English desk at this moment. For more news and updates, stay tuned to Hallabol.